Explore the Mystic Corridor from Crater Lake to the coast. Take a tour down this scenic byway and see all the national parks along the route. Learn about the mountains, rivers, and forests just waiting to be explored.
When traveling down I-5 or the Mystic Corridor, you'll come to the turnoffs to Goat Hill. Goat Hill is an incredible town with activities that range all the way from boating and fishing all the way to fine wine tasting. Located on the majestic Rogue River, it has a population of about 1,100 people, but its real richness is with its history of gold. Gold that was discovered over 150 years ago, and the best place to see this is the Goat Hill Historical Society's Museum, located at Estramato and First. This was built in 1901 by Josiah and Hattie Beeman from the proceeds of the Lucky Bart mine that was on Sardine Creek just a few miles from here. It's a wonderful, exquisite place with memorabilia that date back for 125 years. I'd like to introduce you to the founder of Goat Hill, Thomas Kavner. Thomas Kavner was an incredible individual in his own right. He was not only a trapper with Kit Carson, a Comanche interpreter, but he was a partner in the 1860 gold pocket find that put Goat Hill on the map. Not only that, he was a very wealthy landowner. 3 miles up the Rogue River to what is now Central Point, 2,000 acres, and he created, actually, Goat Hill by putting in the plot map in 1884, where he deeded the streets and the alleys to the city and then sold the individual lots to the citizens. This is an old image of 4th Street on Goat Hill, about 1890. You can see that we have animals and cattle. The ladies of the city decided that they were eating too many of their gardens and also going ahead and leaving a mess. So they went to city council, and I guarantee you, and that's what happened with 1 week, it was banned. Numerous rooms in the Beeman-Martin House, and as you walk through one after another, there's always something special that you will see. From the living room, you have moldings. You walk into the kitchen and you have an old stove. We're now in a room where a handyman, Willie, died. And as the story goes, Willie's ghost, a friendly one, is in this house. This bathtub is longer than normal at 6 feet. As the story goes, this bathtub came from a brothel or from a noisy room above a boisterous saloon. This 5-stamp mill came from the Lucky Bart mine. It actually was used to generate the revenues that Josiah used to build the house. Here it stands by the house it helped to build. It's a large one, 20 feet high, and it may be the only surviving and intact stamp mill in all of Southern Oregon. Ore would be fed into the back, would be crushed by these huge stamps that came down, driven up by either water wheels or the John Deere 1936 tractor we see here. Once the ore was crushed, it was brought on a metal table that really was a flotation table to start separating the gold. The gold, now in a fine powder, then came to a shaker table. Once the gold came from the shaker table, it was shipped out of state and concentrated at smelters into gold ingots, and that in turn came back to Goat Hill.
Mining is hard work, but sometimes if you're lucky, you'll find a nugget or two. Pretty cool, huh?
What if they get a whole handful of it?
If you get a whole handful, you get to buy a new car.
And be a gold miner when I grow up.
The Mystic Corridor is our avenue to adventure between Crater Lake and the coast, right here in our own backyard. To learn more about today's tour, visit mysticcorridor.org.